Rookie Mistakes Podcast. I want to say that I know that I'm not using the equipment. That's because for some reason I just did a 20-minute video and I couldn't hear my voice the whole freaking deal, and I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just going to redo the video again. Pretty peeved off about that. But I'm going to have to, rush through this now because I am tired and I can't believe I have to redo this all. So, week 11 highlights. We'll jump right into it. Like I say every week. Sorry, pretty sure you're pretty tired about hearing that. Lamar, what's the deal with him? Why is he just dropping off? Like, he's not able to do a whole lot. I get it. He lost Bateman, but he still has Andrews. Likely's there. Likely looks like, he looks like he's pretty legit. And help that offense out. That defense is definitely rolling. But they're going to have to do something. Lamar's not pleading. And, the beginning of the season, he showed you why he needed to get paid. Now, he's kind of showing you why he shouldn't. He'll get paid. Let's be honest. He's going to get paid. If it's not there, it'll be somewhere. And if it's not there, they're pretty dumb. Russell Wilson. If you can't torch the Raiders, you ain't beating nobody anymore. I'm be honest. You're not beating nobody for the rest of the season. You can't beat the Raiders. That defense is trash. They don't have enough money in that organization right now to fire their head coach. That's how bad it is. They've got so much money wrapped up in this team. They can't even fire the freaking coach to pay him. That's a shit show over there. Oh well. Steelers, they might have lost, but they're getting healthy. That offense is starting to get a kind of an identity. I know why bring up the Steelers. They're my team, all right? I don't want to bring them up because I don't have Steelers friends. Or really anybody that likes the Steelers that I know about, outside a few people. And they don't even want to talk about it, so I'm going to do it here. Eagles almost lose again. I just want to say it was to the Colts, who, if you haven't been watching any football, shows, then you're missing out because Saturday, the new head coach for the Colts, I don't know if it's the guys are, playing for him because he's there, he's the new guy, or if he knows what he's doing, I like to think he knows what he's doing. They just missed out on the dub. The Saints, they don't even know what quarterback they're going to use from play to play. Given that, they did still beat the Rams. It was Super Bowl curse has to be real. Has to be. Because look at them, They didn't lose anybody. They did lose a couple linemen. I'll give you that. But come on. Cordero Patterson with the NFL's longest kick return. Wow. If you didn't see it, go back and watch it because it's something to watch. He turns the burners on, man, and just torches them. They ended up beating the Bears. Fields also looked like he had a hurt hammy and shoulder. So watch out for that. Commanders sticking with Heineke. He is 4-5. He looks good. He's comfortable in that offense, obviously. And Wentz, he's not bad. I still don't think he's that bad. And I kind of think that Heineke has one bad game. Wentz is right back in there. Pats, win on a last-second punt return. That's got to crush those Jets fans with all 3 points they put on the board. 2 passing yards that Wilson had. Giants going downhill quick. Sorry, Ryan, but they are. They're not looking very good anymore. Given they are losing guys left and right, it seems like. And I'm kind of excited to see what their future holds for them. Keep a few draft picks. They got a young team still. Things to look up, you would think. But they lost against the Lions this week. Cowboys absolutely wrecked the Vikings. That O-line for the Vikings didn't even know who to guard. I mean, they were getting to Christian Kirk. So Christian Kirk, now I'm mixing them up. Kirk Cousins so quickly. That was rough game to watch. Chiefs edge out the Chargers, and I'm just gonna say, Kelsey, best tight end to play the game. Health is a big factor. Offense and obviously quarterback is a big factor as well. I know that. But all wrapped up, dude, he does it all. He looks good. He's smart. He's quick. He's stable. He's sturdy. Best quarterback I've ever seen, personally. San Fran killing the Cardinals last night. Wow, that was hard to watch. I know Kyler Murray wasn't in there, but honestly, I don't even know how much of a difference it would have made. When Jimmy G is throwing touchdowns, that's when you know you're probably losing. I mean, they win without him performing to a high standard. They made him look like he's a top 3 quarterback in the league. Ridiculous. That was an ugly game to watch also. I mean, they didn't have nobody in the fourth quarter. Week 11 matchups. We'll jump right into that. I said it again. I'm gonna work on that. My bad. Transfer days, myself versus Juggernauts. I had Jimmy G with 25, Jonathan Taylor with 16, Pat Freiermuth with 15, and T. Bass with 23 in the Ravens defense with 18. Had it not been for them, I'd probably lose. I'm pretty sure I would lose. With Tyler, my kicker, and my defense. That's what really put me over the top. Jugs had Herbert with 19 and Austin Eckler with 18. I didn't really have much else. Thankfully, for my sake. Viking with Biden versus Bend Over and Take It. Viking had Jalen Hurts with 24, St. Brown with 15, Deebo Samuel with 22, George Pickens with 18, and still lost to Bend Over and Take It with Burrow, who had 26, Henry with 25, Higgins with 23, Hopkins with 18, McPherson with 17, Commanders with 19. Your whole team performed, I get it. Sheldon Joyce versus Duke Squad. Sheldon had Fields with 22, Pollard with 36, Maher with 22, and just beat out Dookie Squad with Dak, who had 20, CMC with 17, Josh Jacobs with 19, Ayuk with 16. Like I said, he unfortunately lost to Sheldon. But it was debatable right there up to the end. I mean, it was a pretty big lead that he had, but after last night's game, Duke Squad kind of made a case for it, like he might come back. He did lose by 12, but in the heat of the moment, it kind of looked like he could have come back. I had one good week. Stewie versus almost trash Pedro. Stewie had Mahomes with 27, Kelsey with 35, Jones with 14, but still lost to almost trash, who's surprisingly really good trash. It's your name. I don't get it, but you're doing pretty good this season. I got to give it up to you. Jamal Williams had 24. Who's seen that coming? I mean, that team would just get it down to the 1 yard line, and Jamal Williams, pow, 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 rushing in for the 1 yard touchdown. No love for Swift. Najee Harris with 27. That was a back-to-back good weeks. Amari Cooper with 31. Adams with 33. Bucker with 14. And Kittle with 24. And almost trash won that by a lot. I'm tired, Ryan versus Sheldon Sturgill. Ryan had Daniel Jones with 24, who just happened to be on his bench. And not much else on his team this week. I'll get into why I brought that up later. Shelky had Watson with 21, Pat's defense was 17, and his QB and 2 of his starting running backs on bye. I'll get into that. Stroker race. versus Twisted Teas and Mac and Cheese. Stroker Race getting yet another dub. Can't go full clap. You should know why. I mean, you got 2 wins. So, but on the bright side, you got 2 wins and you're moving up. You know, in the last 2 weeks, you're 2-0. You got to think of it like that. Also, side note, we mentioned at my house punishment for last place. So, Ryan Kelly, you might want to watch yourself. He's coming for you. I don't know if we're going to actually solidify that or not. We'll see who wins. We'll see who loses. See how they feel about it. And we might start that going forward. We'll see. You had Rogers with 19. Singletary with 17. Palmer with 30. Who would have seen that coming with the 2 receivers coming back in this game? And what seemed like Eckler getting all the work. Montgomery with 21. Beating out Christine, who had Olave with 21. Donovan Peoples-Jones with 17. Young Wei Koo with 12. And the Cowboys defense with 18, who is just wrecking it this season. Top performers of the week. QB, Patrick Mahomes, 27.46. Running back was Pollard with 36.9. He was tearing it up in the, catching and running this week. Just blew it up. I didn't see that coming. I mean, be honest, I kind of gave Sheldon some shit for drafting him so high. And I still kind of stand by it a little bit. Because almost the whole season he hasn't done nothing but the last 3 weeks. But just in time for playoffs, so it gave it up to you. Your record still shows that you're better than me right now. At least in this league. And the other league. But, whatever. Wide receiver, Devontae Adams, 33.1. Tight end was Kelsey, 35.5. Best matchup was I Had One Good Week versus Almost Trash with a combined points of 300. A little bit over 300, but still. The biggest beatdown happened to also be that same matchup with a 76-point beatdown on Stewie by Pedro. Closest game happened to be Stroker Race with 113.78 versus Twisted Teas and Mac and Cheese with 107.98. A combined total of 5.8 beatdown. I say beatdown. Loss, whatever you want to call it. Rookie mistakes of the week. Hate to do it to you. There wasn't much, like, most weeks. But kind of had to do it. Brian Kelly. I'm sorry to do this, but you're the rookie mistake this week. You started Lamar over your favorite quarterback? Come on, man. I agree. I probably wouldn't have started Daniel Jones over Lamar either, but this week it would have helped you. You would have got the dub had you done that and also swapped Robert Woods with Duvernay. And you beat Shelke. And the reason I had to use this specific game was because Shelke had Tom Brady and two of his starting running backs on bye, while also missing his second best receiver, who happens to be a top receiver in the league, Jamar Chase, with injury. So with all that going against him, he still found a way to beat you. I'm sorry. I had to say it. I had to do it. I love you. Goodbye. See you next week.